Okay, Shalom Akim, Kahalalim Na Yahaba Shem Yashaba Shraka Kudash, and double on Instagrams and apostles. Thouday Yahshaf, give me the power not to make this video as well. And from the title, you already know, we just have to take up our trials as we should. Because in this lifetime, while we're living here on earth, we do have certain tests that we go through, to test how much we fear Yahweh Shem Yahshai, how much faith do we have in Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and we do have our regular afflictions to also endure through as well. So this is what this video is going to be about, because I know, some brothers be going through certain things, certain spirits be testing them, Yahweh Shem Yahshai be sending demons, to test them, and basically along those lines, that's what I'm going to be talking about. I don't think it'll be too much of a long video, but because this is something that we all understand. So let me get this. 2 Corinthians. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 7, about Paul when he mentioned that he had a thorn in his flesh, which was a way to really humble him, despite all the visions and revelations that he's had, and the knowledge that he accumulated too, in the truth. So 2 Corinthians 12 verse 7, it says, "And lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of revelations, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure." And I'm just going to search up the root word for buffet so that I can see the meaning of it. Then I'll probably read it again because I need to understand that. So, to buffet means to strike with the fist, to give one a blow with the fist, to maltreat, to treat with violence and contumely. So that's what buffet means. So when it says, let me read that again so I can get the understanding. So 2 Corinthians 12 verse 7, "And lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations," so the visions that Paul had, what was revealed unto him. And read it again, 2 Corinthians 12 verse 7, "And lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance," so a lot of revelations, "there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me." So buffet meaning to strike down, to treat with violence, to maltreat, "lest I should be exalted above measure." So when he says lest I should be exalted above measure, Paul was saying that the thorn that he had, wherever it may have been in the time that he was alive, in that time now when he was going from all these churches in Corinth, Galatia, cities of Greece. The thing is, this thorn that was given to him was used to humble him as well, so that he wouldn't take pride in all the revelations that he's been given. So there's a balance to the way the Most High deals with individuals, man. Just like the way right now, brothers do have the knowledge of the truth. They have the wisdom, to then know how to navigate in this world as well as the ability to really access Yahweh Shai, to pray to him, and to have the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, which is very important. These things of which we may see them as simple things, but of course we know that in the grand scheme of things they're actually very great things, because of the fact that not everyone can actually call upon the name of the Most High. Not even every Israelite, which are the chosen people of the Most High, can call upon the name of the Most High, man. So it's a privilege that we do have. Hence why it's very important for us to realize this. And even with that knowledge alone, there's also a balance with the fact that despite having the privilege, we also have things that will be used to then humble us as well, which is different trials that we have to then go through. So let me read on. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 8 onwards, it says, "For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me." So Paul was begging the Most High, man, like, Baruch Shah, can you remove this thorn? Obviously it's not the exact way that he said it, but along those lines, he was begging the Most High. He said thrice. He prayed to him thrice, which means 3 times, so that the thorn could actually just be removed from his flesh. And it's not talking about a physical thorn, it's just some affliction that Paul had to endure through. So verse 9, and he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach, Yahushua, may rest upon me. So really, Paul was glorying in his infirmities, in his weakness, man, in his afflictions, what he was suffering through. That's what he was putting his glory upon. He said, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. And really, when we're in that weak state, that's really when we're getting stronger, because we're getting broken down and refined even more. As going into the precept of Zechariah 13 verse 9, when the 1/3 is going to be refined as silver or charred as gold. So that's the way it's going to be. That's why it says, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Because in weakness, when we're actually broken down, then Yahweh Shimei then lifts us up. So we've got to go through things that he wants us to go through, to try us as well. As I said in the beginning, to make sure we have that constant fear, that we have that faith as well. So that's why we go through what we go through. Let's see. Verse 10, therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses, for Hamashiach, Yahushua's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong. So again, I already explained that, man. When you're brought low, that's when you're lifted up even better. So I am become a fool in glorying. Ye have compelled me for aught to have been commended of ye. For in nothing am I behind the very chiefest apostles, though I be nothing. So really, despite, Paul was in a very high state in apostleship, the thing is, being the true leaders of Israel, the thing is, he said, though I be nothing, man. So obviously he knows he's just a vessel to be used at the end of the day. Just like the way Yahweh Shimei has also made us vessels to be used upon this earth at the end of the day as well. So we simply have to do our duty. And that's the way Paul also took it as well. He had to do his duty as well. So let's see, let me get another one. Okay, cool. Because we got to take this thing cheerfully, man. That we actually work. First of all, we got the good side where we have access. We have the privilege and access to have Yahweh Shimei Shai. And second of all, we also have the knowledge and the wisdom in order to help us navigate this world, so that we're not just some regular Israelite that can just fall into a pit and die. I'm not talking about literally, even though literally that can happen, but metaphorically speaking, in terms of all these witchcrafts that can easily catch Jake as well, having with the lack of wisdom, the wisdom of Yahweh Shimei Shai, regular Jake out here are pretty much done for, man. They're not gonna have any guidance to escape all these traps and enchantments. So, we've got to be thankful, man, that we have that. So there's a balance, man. As we have that opportunity and the power to do so, to use the name Yahweh, Yahushua, we also have the balance of enduring through our afflictions, our thorns, our trials. So let's see, let me get this. 1 Peter 4 verse 12. So it said here, 1 Peter 4 verse 12, behold, think not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. So it says, I want to see if I want to read on or just continue with that. Yeah, to be honest, I got to keep on the other one too, but I think I'm going to break it down little by little. So 1 Peter 4 verse 12, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened to you. I really, sometimes it really be a strange thing, man. Because you think that, okay, yeah, I'm going through a trial, I'm gonna go through it, whatever happens, you start to think quite extreme, to think, okay, what's going to happen, you know, all these thoughts of worry, really. So after that, after that season, things may just be calm, like in an instant, which is why it says some strange thing happened unto you, because it's almost as though demons were on you like one day, then the next day everything's just calm. That's the strange thing. So Arkham have experienced that. So and it also mentions fiery trial. So it means that it's not going to be it's not going to be an easy thing to then go through. You may be in a very mentally stressed state. So that may be part of your fiery trial, or maybe physically, maybe just physically enduring. So that's something to then go through. It ain't gonna be easy, but Yahweh Shemashai won't give us something that's beyond our strength to endure. So 1 Peter 4 verse 13, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach, Yahushai's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, Yahushai, which Hamashiach means the Savior, by the way, which is what we use in replacement of Christ, because it ain't Christ, it's Hamashiach in the ancient Hebrew. So Hamashiach, Yahushai. So let me read it again. 1 Peter 4 verse 13. Verse 14. Actually 13 again. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach, Yahushai's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. And the reason why we'll also be glad as well, because we know that Yahweh Boshem Yasharatazal will be the same servants of which he is well pleased with. That's why we're going to be glad as well when Yahushua returns, man. And Yahweh Boshem Yasharatazal will also get those new bodies, and as well we're just going to be in a complete state of joy and happiness, man. Although we are going to be in a tearful state as well, because it's like we got about a clutch, man. Didn't it say in the scriptures about the elect shall be saved scarcely? It's roughly paraphrasing. But let me continue on. And this thing might cut off, so I'll probably need to do a part 2 eventually. So it says, if ye be 1 Peter 4 verse 14, if ye be reproached by the name of Hamashiach, Yahushai, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and the Most High resteth upon ye. But their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. So, the thing is, we got to be joyful that we're still taking part of the sufferings of Yahushai. Because obviously, read the key part is in verse 15, because of the fact that you're not supposed to suffer vainly. Well, let me read verse 14 again, and then, if ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach Yahushua, happy are ye. So obviously we're supposed to be joyful. For the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you. So of course, it's still within us, man. That we got Yahweh Bashim Yashai to protect us, and obviously to secure us in faith, man. To provide us that harachak with us and that protection as well. So the spirit of glory and the Most High resteth upon you. In fact, let me actually see the root word for glory as well.
Strong's G 1391. Doxa.
That's the root word for glory. But anyways, the meaning is what I want to get to. So glory is talking about, it says here, opinion, judgment, view, splendor, brightness, majesty, a thing belonging to the Most High. So we belong to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. He also says a thing belonging to Hamashiach. So as the servants of Yahushai, that's part of being the glory. So it says, for the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you. So we're the belongings of Yahweh Yahushai. It says, on their part he is evil on their part, he is evil spoken of, which means, obviously, as Yahushua said in the book of Matthew, that if they call the master Beelzebub, how much more, not how much more, obviously the servant is greater than the master. I'm pretty much mixing two precepts here, but the point is, the servant is not greater